I'm going to share a couple of insights in today's video, and we're focused today, having looked at emails over the last few days, on other types of content. So the type of content that we're going to look at today is around blog content or social media blog content, and I think a great platform for that in a client services business is LinkedIn. Now, the purpose of blogging or posting articles on LinkedIn is not around building engagement with those people who are already on your list, but around raising awareness with those people who aren't currently on your list. So one of the goals of creating content online, either as part of a blog or posting regularly to LinkedIn or Facebook or somewhere meaningful like LinkedIn articles, is that you can raise awareness in your network and wider network around some of the things that you help your prospects and clients solve by way of their problems. So if you are on LinkedIn and you want to just simply post an article onto LinkedIn, you can either create a regular social media post with the start a post link on your home feed, or if you want to write something that's a little bit longer, that's a little bit more involved, that's blog-like, you can click on this link here that says write an article on LinkedIn. This opens up their publishing platform, and as you can see, it's basically a hosted blog. I'm going to stop the recording now. I'm going to post some content on there. I'm going to show you what I've done, and then we can take it from there. So we're an hour or so later. I have finished drafting my LinkedIn article, my blog post for the LinkedIn platform. Really straightforward to do, really simple editor. It has elements like at the top of the page where you can just drag images in there. It has all of the styling already set up for you. You can create a title, as I have done here, and then all the basic kind of editing functions that you'd expect in a document editor. You can put ordered and numbered lists in there, as I have done here. You can bring in imagery, and in fact, let me show you how that works. If I click return here, this little plus icon, this box icon, if you click on that, you can add images, videos, linking to those videos, put links in there, that kind of thing. I'm just going to click out of there and delete. It automatically saves online, which I really like, so you're not going to lose anything. It took me probably about 45 minutes to draft this email, and maybe another 15 minutes to put some of the other content around it. So the general concept around this particular blog post is building on some of the content topics that I've shared with you over the last few weeks, but also building into this an announcement that we'd like to make at Connectably, at having built an integration with our friends at Docmail, which is a hybrid mailing solution where you can send letters, postcards, folded A3 newsletters, greetings cards by their electronic online service. You send them, you upload the templates, the documents, and then using Connectably, we'll fire in a message using the automations into Docmail, matching that contact and their address details against the template, and Docmail send that out either standard class or first class. The great benefit of it is that you don't have to print out, you don't have to stuff envelopes, you don't have to stick stamps onto your letters. They do all of the sending, and it's very Yorkshire pricing as well, to use that phrase. It costs less to send a mailing with them than it does to even buy a second class stamp, as I'll outline in this blog post here. I'm going to post the blog post round about the same time as you'll be getting this email. The one downside of LinkedIn publishing is that it doesn't look like you can schedule a post to be published at a specific time, but it does save that against your profile into a drafts section, as you can see here. So I am just going to, in the morning, get up and publish that, because I don't really want to post it at the end of the day. As you can see here, you can put links into the post. You can embed videos, that kind of thing. I've got a couple of calls to action in there. I've got an option for people, if they haven't discovered me, to complete a form and get on the daily emails series. I've just set that up as a basic page on the website using a Connectably Web Form. So I've signed into Connectably. I've gone to settings and web forms, and you can see the web form that I've set up here. Took me about 5 minutes or so to build the web form via settings, web forms. Created a new one, called it Get Daily Updates. Created that a simple thank you page that they'll go through to after they've filled in the form. That's again on my website. Yeah, that's it. So when people come from my LinkedIn blog over to this page and fill in that form, they'll be able to get those daily emails. What else am I asking them to do there? There's a couple of links to Docmail's website if people are interested in that. I'm hoping rather that Docmail's staff might engage with the post, perhaps even share it. If you like the post and you think it's relevant for others, please comment on it or share it with your followers on LinkedIn as well. Quick intro to Connectably there, and the 60-second video. So yeah, about an hour's, maybe an hour and 15's worth of work went into creating that blog post, creating the web form around it, having a very, very simple page that they can come to and fill in some details. It's quite a subtle ask. They don't have to come onto that mailing list. And a thank you page, which I will show you now, where they will go when they filled in that form. So a few elements to a blog post today. Let's see here. So open a new tab. Here's the simple thank you page that I created. All it is just a thank you for your response, and then just a link to see if they want to connect on LinkedIn, bearing in mind that that's where they've come from. Just created this in WordPress, really simple, using the new WordPress page builder. Really like this new block approach that that WordPress have got for building pages. Daily emails is a similar one. Nothing fancy about this. Their page builder has now little blocks that you can create, and you can add columns into it. It's very, very simple to use. Really like it. So that's that page. The other thing that I wanted to show you don't have to just do blog posts on LinkedIn. You can also do blog posts on your website. I'm a huge fan of WordPress for blogging and for managing simple pages. Recently changed our site to a Genesis theme. The reason I like the Genesis themes is that they're ever so simple but nicely designed sites. Many people on their websites have tens and tens of plugins to manage all the different things that go on their site. Genesis themes tend to be ever so straightforward. They tend to have just enough stuff in there for you to be able to use them almost out of the box, or for your designers to set up out of the box. I think even including our Intercom plugin, I've only got 4 or 5 plugins on the entire site. So it's ever so lean, very, very quick indeed, very straightforward to build with, and just uses a kind of block format to be able to create pages. It has templates for you to be able to set things up in there. Why do I mention that? Well, when it comes to blogging, as I'll share with you on another video later this week, it's ever so straightforward to create blog content a WordPress site. So this one is from a week or so ago. I actually repurposed some of this into an email series with you. Can't remember exactly what came first, whether it's the blog post or the email series. But if you remember from a few weeks ago, we had the if, when, why, what, how much have you got email sequence. That is all in one blog post. I think I split that over about 3 or 4 days of email broadcasts that went out to you, and you can see how that came to being in there. Just to show you what sits behind this, if I go to edit post, all it is, really simple blocks that WordPress uses. I've got it in the planning category, and these blocks you can just add them as you go down the page. Let's go down to the bottom. As you get to different parts of the page, you can add blocks before or after different bits of content, or you can just write away. And very, very straightforward to use indeed. This one's just a quote block. This one actually, I wanted to embed a GIF. This is just a HTML block, but I just got that GIF from a service called Giphy.com, which, if you're a fan of GIFs, people either love or hate GIFs. I tend to find it's really easy to pull those in there. For the featured image, I've got a plugin on the site. One of the 4 or 5 plugins that I've got is called Featured Image from URL. So I don't even have to download images or do anything with images there. All I did was just simply paste in a GIF link into my featured image from URL, and that, if you see that on my page here, that's just my featured image that's at the top of the page. Just a little bit different, a little bit eye-catching than the usual kind of pictures on pages. So a little bit of a wordy video summary there about how I create blog content and LinkedIn article content. Must admit, I don't do it anywhere nearly enough, but given some of the things that I've learned doing it, that I might share in a video later this week, I am getting into the knack of repurposing and reusing content that I'm using in emails, in blogs, in articles, and elsewhere. So if you've got any comments, please either reply to the email, or ideally drop them in the LinkedIn article comments. And if you think this is relevant to your audience or people that you're connected with on LinkedIn, please do share it. Thanks ever so much for watching today, and I hope you've seen value in it.